All,
I think all but a couple are 4 days now.
but is it your feeling that every tournament on the Nike and the Hooters really should be 72 holes and 36 holes cut? I mean,
Well,
if that's
yeah,
where
4 days is a better test.
you're on.
Yeah, 4 days is a better test. The longer the tournament is, the more the better players that come up to the top. You take the chance of somebody that's not quite the better player having a good lucky round or two, being up there to win a short tournament. But 4 days, you got to play good, basically for 4 days. So.
Um, is there a lot of frustration out here? Like I say, and I don't want to hammer on the idea of not being able to play every week. I was talking about being a player and trying to adjust to that schedule. Is it like you remembered it, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I'm in the same situation. I've always been out here. It's just my schedule is up in the air week to week. This year a little more so because I haven't played very well this year. So the worse I've played, the fewer tournaments I'll play in. So if I can just start, if I can turn my game around and start playing a little better, then I'll play in more tournaments.
Your old buddy Charlie Reimer had a nice outing a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Charlie's a real good player. He's real popular. Everybody likes him out here, and he should do really well out here. He's a good player. He'll do real well, win a lot of tournaments. Well, maybe win some tournaments, win a lot of money, but he's gonna be real popular. The people really like him.
One-liners.
Yeah, he's nonstop. Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Thank you, Vicki.
All right.
Now, how'd that thing go yesterday? No, was that
Great, yeah.
Good time?
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Okay, I don't know if you have any memories or not back when it was called the USGT, the Jordan Tour, now it's the Hooters Tour and all that. What's your best memories there?
I think just knowing we had a place to play at that time. What Mr. Jordan did for golf, for the guys who didn't really have the money to fly overseas, we had a place to play, and I'll never forget it as long as I live.
When you come out here and people go, "Dad, did you hear about this shot? Did you hear about that shot?" How do you react to people talking about how far they shot? The other day they said you almost drove a par 4, 360 yards. Does that pump you up when people, get out there and they rip it, let it go, John?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a wonderful feeling. There's no doubt about it. The shot I hit on 14 last week was probably the best golf shot I ever hit in my life. To hit a ball 360 yards and almost make a one on a par 4, it's a wonderful feeling, and sometimes that's what it takes to get the fans going, and I don't mind doing it at all.
What kind of dreams did you have back there in Dardanelle? And even when you started playing on what is now the Hooters Tour, what kind of dreams did you have then?
My only dream was to get out here. As a young kid, I'm not one of the traditionalists on tour, as a lot of people know. I wasn't thinking about, Augusta that much or all the majors and stuff. I just wanted to be out here, and I wanted to play in front of people. Goals weren't really set to win majors or anything like that. I just wanted to be out here and have the fans on my side and play for them.
When you stand around, almost anything you do.
Step on this side.
On this side, okay. Almost anything you do attracts a crowd. You can just be standing there hitting balls. You can stand there talking to us. You can just be standing there talking to a friend. In Dardanelle, that's another thing. But you're out here, and it's like you're a worldwide celebrity. That's got to pump you up. Just knowing how people react to you. Go ahead.
Excuse me. It's great, but the biggest tournament I've won is being sober and to give myself a chance to be out here to do this in front of the people and to play for them.
Tell me, people like Hooters and Rick Jordan, what does it mean to have people like that want to do something for the guys that are trying to get ahead? Some of your old buddies, Crockett and Dean and those guys trying to get out here. What's it mean to have Hooters and people like that put their money up?
It's wonderful, and I hope they keep doing it. I know Mr. Jordan will, no matter whatever happens. That's the type of person he is. he wants to do it. He's not doing it for himself or recognition. He's doing it for guys who want to get out on the tour, and that's the kind of guy he is. And I spent a lot of time with Mr. Jordan when I was out there and stuff, and just the things that he wanted to do with golf and to get young kids or even some older guys to a place to play. If we can't play the PGA Tour, the Nike Tour, even the Senior Tour for some guys, they've got a place to play, and that's what Mr. Jordan provides for them.
And now we have, as I say again, now Hooters has come on and sort of helped him because it was getting, he put $5 or $6 million in, and now we have, and some people lift up their nose and say Hooters and all that, but yet they're putting up their millions too now, and you wouldn't, would you, if you're out there playing? I mean, Well,
I think it's great. I eat at Hooters all the time, not just for the scenery, but the food's so dang good. Them hot wings and the salad, all the food's good there, and it's a great sponsorship, for the Jordan Tour, and I hope it continues.
John, when you come out here to play now and set your weekly goals, you've won regular tour events, you've won a major event and everything. Now it's just the idea, you just can't get enough wins. It's here, it's there, and anything, right? I mean, now you're out here every week just to win.
Well, that's the only way I play. The drive on 14 kind of proved that last week. I'll never play for second. That's just not the way I play. I'd rather have a chance to win a golf tournament and finish the way I did 12th than to not give myself a chance to win a tournament. It's just something it's just the way I learned I taught myself how to play, and I don't ever want to change that.
You didn't take lessons?
No.
Never really had a lesson?
Not many at all, no. I had the ones that I kind of left a little bit because they wanted to shorten my swing, and I said, no, sorry. Or weaken your grip, or I think the way a person teaches himself or they get taught how to play at a young age is the way they should play throughout their whole career, and just work around it.
Kim, do you have anything?
The signing autographs and being in front of people, having, you're playing for them, they're on you all the time. I noticed when you came off putting green, you were signing autographs. Does that become monotonous, or is that part that you accept and you like?
I like it. I think it's just hard sometimes to make people understand there's certain times that we can't sign autographs. But I try and do it as much as I can. And really, basically, if there's a kid that needs an autograph, I'll sign it no matter what I'm doing. So, but there's just certain times where it gets kind of hard. But that's what they're out here for. And that's the reason we're out here, is because of fans like that. And I think it's something players should do. And it's something I want to do, is to give them whenever I can.
How do you recharge your own batteries, John, when you're not playing golf? What do you do? And you say you were in Fayetteville for Nolan's deal, up there amongst friends and people that were your friends before you became famous. Is that how you sort of recharge, being around guys like Dean and Crockett, the guys you went to school with? That you weren't the famous John Daly to them, you were just their friend.
And they treat me that way. They treat me like the way I was in college, and that's the way we treat each other. It doesn't matter what we've done in life or what we've done after school or anything. We're friends, and Bill Woodley's up there. We've been friends ever since I was up there. Coach Richardson, all the people in Fayetteville and Dardanelle and stuff. I go home, man, I can wear whatever I want to wear. I can, just hang around in my store or whatever and just see everybody. And they don't treat me like, hey, can you get me passes for this? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's never that. It's just, hey, how you doing? How's the guitar coming? And don't even talk about golf when I go home.
They don't ever ask you about your haircut?
No, they don't care.
What'd your mom say when you changed your style of hair? What'd she say to you?
Oh, she doesn't care. She says, well, I talked to her this morning coming over here. She says, it looks like it's a little longer on the left side. My mom used to cut hair, so she said she wants to trim it up a little bit. And I said, Mom, don't worry about it.
What about when you cut it all off?
Oh, it was cool. It was cooler. The summer was coming around, and I don't know, it was something to do. Since I don't drink anymore, I play the guitar and I mess with my hair.
Some of our guys, followed you. Brian contacted one of our great young players. When you did it, he did it. He said it helps him, it's going to help me. And then he won a tournament in Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, it's great.
John, it's really good to see you and to know what you've accomplished. And the guys on our tour, and I think one thing you can address is the fact there are some good players on our tour.
There's some real good players on the Hooters Tour. There's good players on any tour you play, and I just want to thank Mr. Jordan for letting me play his tour and giving me the opportunity to do it. And for all the guys that are, I remember sleeping in my cars and stuff. Hey, all I cared about was getting that entry fee into Mr. Jordan so I could play the tournaments. I know what it feels like, and I'll always remember it. And for guys like that, you never forget about him. I mean, it was a jump start of my career, and I can't thank him enough. And I just hope Hooters. I think Hooters will do the same. I think it's not only a great restaurant, but it's a great sponsorship for Mr. Jordan.
Thank you.
You bet.
Really appreciate your time.
Towel.
You got it? All right. You got it?
Yes.
Saw you on television.
Turn the mic on, please.
Okay. Saw you on television, and all the boys said, hello, you got a lot of fans amongst our players. Some of those guys that used to beat you.
Well, that's great. It's I guess really coming up through the Jordan Tours has helped me a lot, and I know there's a lot of guys out there still trying to work their way up, and I guess it's nice for them to look up and see if somebody can make it out here. So it's especially somebody as nutty as me. So I guess most of them are figuring, damn, that Romer can make it. I know I can. So, but that's
we have
great.
the girls out there though, Charlie, too now, the Hooters girls.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not on Hooters tour anymore, because my wife wouldn't have me on the Hooters tour with those girls out there. So I know all the single guys are
Carol
liking it.
trusts you. She trusts you.
She trusts me, but she still wouldn't care for it much. But I'm sure all the single guys are enjoying
But you
it.
go
So that's
there and eat
great.
the wings, right, every now and then.
No, as a matter of fact, I get in trouble when I do that. So I like a Hooters. Don't get me wrong, but no, she won't even let me go there and eat the wings. So that's
Charlie,
fine with me.
That was a good win because it gave you some money, and making the money, that's the important thing right now, is to get on that money list and get up there.
Yeah, it's when you come out here your rookie year, the cards are really stacked against you. It's really difficult to get in a lot of the premium tournaments, and your schedule's very erratic. So if you can grind through your first year and get in the top 125, the second year is a lot easier. So certainly playing well in Houston gives me a big hunk of money towards retaining my card, and also quite a few other good things are starting to happen. I just got an invitation to the Memorial today, which I'm very excited about. I've always been a big fan of that golf course, and also Mr. Nicklaus, and that's his tournament, so that's going to be real special to play there, and I should be getting in Colonial in a couple weeks, and so that's nice. Of course, there's not any bad PGA Tour events, but there's a couple that are really nice to play in, and now I'll get to play in those the rest of the year. So it opened a lot of doors for me.
When you think back about the things you did on our tour, Charlie, I think of Savannah. Mm-hmm. I think of Natchez. I think of even Portsmouth to that degree. Some places that I thought you really sort of hit your stride.
Yeah, it's. I really learned a lot about myself and learned a lot about my golf game playing the Jordan Tour. The format more than anything else helps out so much. I played the Jordan Tour for 2 years and then the Nike Tour, and going from the Jordan Tour to the Nike Tour was a smooth transition, and then coming from the Nike Tour here was a smooth transition. So the format of the tournaments at Pro-Am with 4 days of walking with caddies is Of course, you can carry your own bag too, but I never did that. But the format.
I saw
more,
days Mitch wanted you to carry your bag.
You got that right. But the format more than anything else, and also getting used to the travel. A lot of guys come out here and can get overwhelmed with the travel, and it takes a while to learn how to travel, how to get your stuff together and get from point A to point B. And certainly 2 years on the Jordan Tour, Hooters Tour, helped me in that respect.
You know something, you're the first rhymer really in a long time to have a full-time job.
Well, I
Carol's
don't.
got a full-time
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
She did,
Carol sat down with me. I guess it's about 18 months ago, and she says she was working at the time, and she says, "I think it's time that we become a two-income family." And I told her, I said, "Well, you better be all for getting a second job." So that's changed a little bit lately, and she's traveling with me, and we're just very fortunate. Coming out here and playing on the tour, we talk about it a lot. It's like a fairy tale.
Are you awed by Curtis? He was talking about you. We know him because his wife's from Newburgh, where we're from, but he said, yeah, Charlie came in there and somebody, he said, who is that? And he said, Charlie Ryman said he's non-stop. But you call those guys Mr. and Sir?
Hell no. But you guys back on the Jordan Tour, I give them a hard time too, so don't be singled out. But I figure the best offense is the best defense is a good offense out here. So I run in that locker room hollering and yelling, so they know I'm coming.
Tell me what you feel out here is realistic for your expectations this year. Is it fair to have expected you to do what you did in Houston?
Well, I don't. I'm not the type to sit down and make up specific goals. What I try to do is I play golf to win, and I try to come to the course every week and try and win. And as long as I can continue trying to play to win, I'll be real happy, and just let the chips fall where they will.
Were you nervous, and how nervous were you? That's probably a stupid question, Charlie, coming from me, because I don't ask many stupid questions. But you know, there you are, the chance at 17 and 18 to win on the PGA Tour, national television, big camera in your face, millions watching. You know, Mitch was up off the ground.
Well, I wasn't nervous until you just brought it up. But I was a lot less nervous than I should have been, and I think that again comes from how I've come along. I was very nervous the first time I was in position to win a Jordan event, and finally I got used to it and I came over it. And I was nervous the first couple of times I had a chance to win a Nike event. I didn't win, and then I finally won, and
almost won back to back.
Yeah, almost won back to back, and I was certainly very nervous trying to win a PGA Tour event, and I didn't make it the first time, and hopefully that experience will help me the next time I get there. So
I remember when you and Eric Johnson were in a playoff in Savannah, the lady ran her baby buggy right behind you. I don't know if you remember that or not. You turned around, you guys were in a playoff.
Yeah.
On the hole, and you turned around and said, "That's all right. We're just out here a couple of hats playing for a couple of dollars."
Well, that's about the way it is.
Out here, though, for you, you see people out here that you read about and all that. Is it hard not to get on with the normals and the strangers and the people? Is it hard not for you to say, "Hey, wait a minute"?
Well, in some respects, you're certainly awed by those folks. I got a chance to meet Tom Watson this morning. I was speaking with Byron Nelson this morning, and certainly it's great to be around those types of people. But they certainly have that's the neat thing about golf. Everybody tees it up, and you got to get in the hole. So you just try and do the best you can, and I try and keep that stuff separate from my business on the golf course. So all these guys are out here. I hadn't had a chance to play with them up until Houston. So I've been playing with other meathead rookies just like me. So we know they're out here and we see them in the locker room, but we really hadn't got a chance to interact with them a lot. So.
Good. Okay, bud.
Thank you.
I'm taking all your time I can take.
Oh, no problem.
I know that tell Carol said hello.
Okay, I'll do it.
And I was proud of you the other day, though. I thought that was good. Get yourself back in that position, and even proud of the guys. It meant something to our guys when you said, "Hey, something about the Jordan Tour." And Rick, it was like all the days he put into it. It was like, hey, hear what the boy said, and I said, that was a class thing to do, and because that's what the guys are looking for, is the opportunity to get out here, and when people get out here, to remember where they came from. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kim, when we talk about records to aspire to, I think the gentleman right behind me set one in 1945 as one that is the envy of anyone that's ever picked up a golf club. 11 consecutive tournaments is what Byron Nelson won. He won 18 overall in 1945. In all probability, no Hooters Tour player will ever come close to that record. But in all probability, there's going to be several of the Hooters players that are going to have that opportunity. Okay, maybe some little thing here that we can do out.
I could,
Okay. You want to do something?
we could both stand there. I got this thing framed so easily.
Okay.
We could,
Are we rolling?
yes, and don't forget to lean the mic my way when I'm
Okay.
talking.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of This Week on the Hooters Tour. I'm Lee Moore.
And I'm Kim Breel.
This week, Kim, we're at a great place. We're at the Byron Nelson Golf Classic. The gentleman standing right behind us, the statue back there, the legendary Byron Nelson. And, you know, we came here for a special edition of our show, and we met some great guys that had played on the Hooters Tour.
Some guys that I have never met before, like John Daly. What a character. Also, Scott McCarron, who I did know, along with Dickie Thompson, just a lot of the guys that used to play on our tour and had high remarks to say about the tour.
And you know, when we think about high remarks, none can be higher than this guy. In 1945, Kim, could you ever imagine someone winning 11 straight tournaments? Will that ever be approached?
I can't imagine that ever being touched on the ladies tour, any mini tour, or the PGA tour,
Or the Hooters Tour?
or the Hooters tour.
But we're going to try. Anyway, it's a great show we think we have coming up for you. Some interesting guys that have been there on the Hooters Tour. Now they're here on the big tour. We're at the Byron Nelson Classic this week. We want you to enjoy the rest of the show.
Now, when we say Byron Nelson Classic this week, it's going to air.
I mean, everything.
Roll that?
Yeah, just a little bit. How's that? Okay. Mike, it's really good to see you, and I know that you can't forget the old days, can you?
No, it was a lot of fun. You know, you got to work your way up, and it's good to be out here now, but those were fun days too.
You know, people like Rick Jordan and Hooters, and they're giving the guys a place to play, and that means a lot to have a place to play.
It does. I mean, it's, you know, he gave me a place to play back when I wasn't on the PGA Tour, wasn't on Nike Tour, and I needed a place to play where I could play 4 rounds of golf and make 36-hole cuts, and you know, that's something that, you know, I think a lot of players need.
Any particular tournaments you remember back there, Mike? Any particular instance you remember? That...
Matter of fact, I talked to Mr. Jordan at the AT&T this year, and he talked about, and I still do remember that, I played in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I made my first and only hole-in-one in a tournament, and Mr. Jordan was probably one of the few spectators there watching, so that was pretty neat. And he comes up to me every time, he says, I still remember you making that hole-in-one.
You know, there are not a lot of times many spectators at our events, but you know, you did get to play in front of a few. But out here, is that a more difficult thing to adjust to the 10,000 people or so, or 40,000 or whatever?
Not real. I mean, you know, you've kind of worked your way up. You know, on the Jordan Tour, when we had a lot of, when we had a lot of spectators there for the final few groups or something, you know, a couple hundred out there, you know, it was a little nerve-wracking. And then you get out to the Nike Tour and you get a few more people out there following it. But it's mostly just if you're playing good. And you know, when you get out here, you're playing good. You have a lot more people following. But you know, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter if you have 10 or 1,000. It's still tough to play in front of people, but you get accustomed to it.
And what about winning, like at the Houston Open?
That was just so exciting. I mean, it was you know, something I've just been working trying to get to, and you know, to come out and get in position my first time and make it through was really exciting.
You know, talk about the difference in the competition between our tour, the Hooters Tour, and out here. There's not a lot of difference.
There's not. I mean, it's proven it. I mean, you've got a lot of players that come off the tour and come play well out on the PGA Tour, and you know, it's deeper out here, but it's only because the best players off the Hooters Tour are coming out here and playing, and the best players off the Nike Tour are coming out here playing, and we're playing against the best players in the world. And you know, young guys are winning tournaments on the PGA Tour, so it proves that, you know, it's not a very big step.
Mike, it's always good to see you and to wish you well. We continue to follow you every week, and I don't know if you get a chance to follow us or not when you pick up the USA Today and keep some of the old buddies' names out there.
I sure do. I mean, I'm always looking at the paper and trying to see if my buddies can, win one or how they're playing. And I'm always, checking on the Nike Tour and the Hooters Tour, and I try to see how all my friends are doing.
Good seeing you.
Okay, good seeing you.
Take care.
All right, thanks, Lee.
Have a good
Thanks
day.
a lot.
See you, Mike.
Thank you.
It's a great day, and the weather. Did you order this weather?
Well, I ordered it, but I order it every year, but I don't always get through. But today is just absolutely gorgeous, and we're hopeful that we've had enough rain that we may get a lot of good days in the tournament this year.
We wanted to get a comment on one of our developmental tours. You got the Nike Tour and you got the Hooters Jordan Tour. That a lot of tours helping young players, and they all need a place to play, don't they, Mr. Nelson?
Oh, sure, they always need a place to play because, the question was asked me recently, why the Texas produced so many good players, and then we've always have. And because it's a tournament really starting early spring, clear through till they go back to school, the tournament for everybody, the juniors and otherwise, to play in. And a competition is the only way you learn to play. You can learn to hit balls, but you've got to learn to score, how to play on the under competition and stuff, and that's what you have to do.
What about this new breed of players like the Mike Heinens, the John Daly's, people?
Well,
like
they've been new players coming along forever since golf been playing, and of course they're good. And there'll be a group when they get along and a little older. There'll be another group ahead of them, and it'll continue because the amount of monies they're playing. Every young kid in the world that likes to play golf at all is going to try to get on the tour because they're making so much money. It is fun to play golf.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Two players playing for the championship. If there's a tie for the high score, each hole is eliminated. If there's a tie for that high score, we either have a blast off from the bunker, a long putt, or a chip shot. And we rotate who gets to pick where that goes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you something about the old days on the Hooters Jordan Tour. Now we call it the Hooters Tour. You could belong out there today, couldn't you, the Hooters Tour?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's definitely come a long way. I got a good friend, as we were talking a minute ago, Todd Gleaton. He's playing on the Hooters Tour, and it's definitely a good tour. It gives a lot of guys somewhere to play, and I know they all appreciate Hooters sponsoring it.
And back when you played, you had some fun, didn't you?
Oh yeah, me and Lee Jansen, Mike Stanley, a lot of us came up through the Hooters Tour, which was the Jordan Tour then, and it gave us a great opportunity to get started in golf. And I know they have fun with being Hooters as the sponsor, and I know they have a good tour going.
Hey, and you've had some great success winning this tournament last year.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. It was rain short, but then it was just it was a great win anyway, and hopefully one day Todd and some of my buddies from the Hooters Tour will be out here doing it with us.
Have good luck, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How many in your way here? Oh, dear. Turn left.
He's ready to go to the 10 already.
There's average card. Oh. Hate it when that happens. Next on the team, one of the finest young players in the tour today, 28, was runner-up in the Freeport McMorran Classic. Please welcome Mike Heinen. That's ripped. That will play. Next on the tee, the winner of the 1988 PGA Championship and over $3.5 million in his career. Has 3 times gone over $500,000 in a single season. Just 3 weeks ago, finished second by a shot in the Kmart Greater Greensboro Open. Please welcome Jeff Sluman. Right down Maine. Next on the tee, winner of 3 PGA Tour titles, including the 1991 PGA Championship. Also rookie of the South Classic, where he nearly made a hole-in-one on the par 4 14th hole Sunday, John Daly. It may not be straight, but it was fast. Fairly fast. I like that fast.